So this is the orange and
pineapple peach.
OPP.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds so good.
Hey, Dave, what am I allergic to?
Peaches.
No.
Pineapples, I mean.
Pineapples.
Well, there's definitely pineapple in there.
Shot there, right?
I love pineapple.
Oh, there it is.
Check.
Will your lips just get really big?
No, it's like, to me, it's like it kind of eats away at the skin of my throat.
Oh.
So it gets, it doesn't get all swollen. It gets kind of like raw.
Yeah.
I guess is the best way to put it.
Check one. Okay, I can hear.
Sounds horrible.
Yeah, it gives me a sore throat.
Drink up. It'll be worth it.
All right, Dave. We are actually breaking news today. Did you know this?
First of all, we should apologize right up front by how late we were.
Well, the people.
I'm always late, but that was
Yeah.
terrible. I'm like Argyle. It's going to take us like an hour to get there.
Well,
and
the
you showed
original
my house at like 12:30.
The original route had us here at 1:03,
I don't believe that it's possible that I could have been that far off.
and then you said, "Well,
I don't
this is
think the
great
scenic
route that goes
route
along the river."
Added a half an hour. Now stop.
Well, whatever the case may be, we're here now. Everybody's here, and where are we?
Fort Edward.
Fort Edward.
Which
not
I've
Argyle.
never been here before, but I saw a sign out there that said Fort Edward, so I cheated.
We're at the Slickfin Brewery. We're going to be breaking news today right at the Slickfin Brewery here in not Argyle, but Fort Edward. Are you excited?
Yes. I'm sorry you can't see how excited I am because we're on the radio.
Yeah. You can also take your mask off. And
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know how everybody felt about it.
I purposely, we
You're
are like
good over
literally
there.
spread all the way across the room. So anyway, we're going to be breaking news on what's going on. Some big news coming out of the Adirondack Craft Brew Trail.
Are we on that right now?
And we're going to be talking about that in the next few seconds.
The Capital Brew Podcast with 20 North Dave and Nick Lee. What's brewing in the 518?
I won't be able to drink with this thing. So
Yeah, you're way over there.
So you guys know that. So that's when I do that next few seconds. We have a little. Actually, Terry O'Donnell does the voiceover for our intro, and that's what goes in there right there. All right, Chris. Thank you so much for having us here.
Yeah.
We're also here with Amanda, and I'm sorry. You might want to give her the mic real quick.
I'm Kim with the Lake George
Kim.
Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Awesome. Thank you so much for both you guys being here.
Yeah.
So let's get the breaking news out of the way. Or do we want to let that marinate for a little bit?
No, well, I'm on pins and needles here. You got to tell me.
All right. So
You also can't see that because you're on the radio. Well, whatever.
He's like, ooh. And anyway, yes. So Amanda, we have something going on this summer with the Adirondack Craft Beverage Trail.
Why don't you explain to everybody what that is? Because I don't even know.
They're basically from what I understand, it's a collaboration between the Lake George City of what is it? Commerce?
It's the
Chamber of Commerce.
Chamber of Commerce.
The Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce. The Adirondack Craft Beverage Trail is one of our programs, and Slickfin is one of the breweries on there. We have about 17, I think, right
Oh,
here.
wow.
Yep, we have 17 that are going on, and they are members with the Lake George Chamber, and then they're involved in the program, the Craft Beverage Trail.
So what can we? Where can somebody find a list of all those breweries?
adkcraftbev.com.
Awesome. And so what's the big news that we're breaking here today?
We are so excited to tell everyone that we are going to have a digital passport program we're hoping to launch in May, and it is going to be gamified. So
Awesome.
if you go to a certain number of, and there's breweries, distilleries, cideries, wineries, and a lot of places like Slickfin, for example, also make hard seltzer.
Yep.
And there's some that make soft drinks. So there's a lot of different local craft beverages you can taste along that. If you go to a certain number of them, you get a prize. So right now, like first prize could be a window cling. And then if you go to a higher number, the threshold of the prize goes up. So we're looking at some reusable bags that are designed specifically to carry like crowlers and bottles. Things like that. So that's what we're looking at doing. And like you said, it's breaking news. We haven't told anybody yet. It's going to be a digital passport right on our website. It's web-based, so you don't have to download another app crowding your phone.
Yeah.
You can put a shortcut on your app, but it's not taking up space on your phone. So we'll have more news to come on that, and adkcraftbev.com. That's where you can find the list of breweries and distilleries and wineries and all of them right now.
So it's like you not only do you get to drink, but you get to have fun and collect points. While
I know it's like it's a win-win. I mean, you're going to drink anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well get something for it.
And you want to know something else?
It's like Capital One.
If they come,
what's in your
what's in your
maybe
what's in your app?
What's on your phone?
Yeah. But also, if they come to Slickfin here in Fort Edward, they get another special gift. While supplies last, we've got new merch, we've got coasters, and Dave's going to sign every single one of them before we leave here today. And people can come here and pick up their...
I'm going to sell mine on eBay.
There you go. And you got a sticker, too.
Yeah.
It'll be worth more without my signature, don't worry.
The only place anywhere in the world that you can get one of our coasters is right here at Fort Edward.
Nice.
Today.
Yep.
Exclusive.
I was just looking at the map. Does it include the island? Is there an island?
There is.
That's part of Fort Edward?
Yep, Rogers Island. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Never knew that. I just happened to look at the map and
There's
I saw it.
Fantastic visitor center over there. That was the birthplace of the Army Rangers.
Oh, wow.
See?
That
Look
is
at that.
really neat.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Rogers Island, huh?
So does that tie
is that
into...
after like Captain America?
It doesn't tie into what we're doing here, but like it's just coincidence. I think. Yeah, it's really really fantastic visitor center.
Wait, the island's called Captain Rogers?
No, I just made a joke because it's Rogers
Yeah.
Island. I'm like Captain America. Jeez, keep up, will you, please?
I'm drinking.
Keep up.
Was it named for Rogers the...
Jolly Rogers?
No, it was named after I believe
Rogers
one
Rock?
Of the, I don't know, maybe one of the generals. I can't remember off the top of my
Same
head.
guy as Rogers Rock, maybe?
Wasn't there like a
Interesting.
Scottish Roger?
Yeah,
that's
Rogers. Or Rogers something.
Yeah, they were like a
From
special
the
unit.
Revolutionary
Yeah.
War.
I think
The Queen's Rangers.
Yeah.
Right?
The Rangers,
Yeah.
yeah, the Rogers Rangers.
Yes.
I knew it was something like that.
There you go. You got it.
You guys are all over it.
History buffs right
So
there.
also
Yeah.
you're right, yeah. We just went past the battlefield.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, where's the name from? Where's the name Slickfin?
Slickfin.
What is
so
that?
In my previous life, I was a bomb tech in the
Oh,
Marine
wow.
Corps. And Slickfin is just kind of like lingo that's tossed around within each other, within each EOD tech. It signifies a type of bomb fin.
Okay.
So,
I apologize. Could you move a little bit
yeah,
closer?
sure. Is
There
that
we
better?
go. Yeah, much better.
Okay. So yeah, there's many types of fins.
Yeah.
Slickfin just happened to be one of them.
Awesome.
Pretty slick.
Yep.
Yeah, I came in with my A10 Warhog, and I didn't face mask, and I didn't even notice like the theme in the bar. I was just kind of like, oh my god, let's get everything set up, and all of a sudden like I hear him say like bomb run or something. I'm like, wait a second.
Your bombs away was
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I was like, wait a second, I'm dressed for the occasion.
Yep. You keep prepared.
So what's your story, Chris? How did Slickfin come about?
So I was in Afghanistan in 2012. I was in there 2010, 11, and 12.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, thanks. And it was one of those deployments that was like very harrowing. It was one of those things where you kind of had to occupy your time to get your mind out of the situation that you were in. And I had a friend of mine. We were in teams of two, and he was probably like 3 miles away from me. And we would talk on the phone. And I know he was brewing. He was making a lot of beer at home because I sampled some stuff before he had left, and he kind of walked me through the process of how to make prison wine, basically.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Just without a toilet, right?
it was out of an old protein jug.
Okay.
Some IV tubing as an airlock, and we had some like flour and water that I made as like gaskets for it.
Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, it's one of those things. So I found a flat of like a pack of those juice boxes, that you would get at like Costco.
Yeah.
And I put them all in there, and I put some Fleischmann's yeast in there, and I put it in a cold, dark place and forgot about it for about 6 weeks. And then I remembered that I had it, and then we drank it.
Awesome. How'd it go?
And it was disgusting.
You should have just drank the juice boxes.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it was probably between like 12 and 14%.
Okay.
But and then we all got blown up a couple days later, which is just one of those awful hangover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can't even imagine.
So that's how it got started.
All right.
Yep.
And so, when did you open up Slickfin?
We opened we opened doors in 2019.
Okay.
It was March of 2019. But I retired in 2016 from the Marine Corps.
Yeah.
I took a job in Boston with a robotics company.
Oh, wow.
And I was
Boston
still
Dynamics?
No, but they were down the street from us. It was Kinetic North America.
Okay.
And they made the Talon robot, super popular robot,
Yeah.
kind of like a jack of all trades. But I found myself kind of just like traveling too much still, and my daughter was two and a half at the time, and I was like, I don't want to propagate that same kind of behavior that I was, doing in the Marine Corps, like just always gone.
Yeah.
And so I talked to my boss and I quit.
Oh, wow.
He agreed with me that I should quit.
Okay.
And, not because I was a bad performer, but,
No.
We had long
Thank
talks
God.
about,
No, he's a good boss.
Yeah, he was a good boss. He's a good guy. I still talk with him once in a while. And then we came back, and I was thinking, like, what am I going to do? My EOD skills transfer only to certain things.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of job offers, but I didn't see myself in that world anymore.
So just go work for yourself.
So I was brewing every weekend, and I was bringing beer to every family function, birthday parties, days at the lake and stuff like that. And the beer was going fast, like 10 minutes, gone. And I know people, when you brew beer for friends and family, they're not really giving you, the right criticism because it's free.
Yeah.
Never trust anybody's, response.
And they're friends and family, too. They're going to tell you,
Right.
oh, this is horrible.
But I knew what I was making was good, and I trusted a small group of people to give me honest input. And I did some stuff out in Vermont.
Most likely
too.
your military buddies.
Yeah, I did a lot of brewing festivals too,
Okay.
and getting outside input from those people. And so I kind of had an idea that it was going to work.
Nice.
And stuff in Vermont, like Four Corners Homebrew Festival.
Okay.
I did that a couple years and got really good feedback from all those guys out there.
Yeah.
And we started this in 2017. I quit my job in 2017 in February. We started, investigating everything in March of that year, and then it took 2 years. It took a year to get financing, and then it took another year to once I signed the lease for this place to get it completely overhauled.
Wow.
And I was doing it basically by myself with the help of my wife and from my buddy Justin, who brews with me on the weekends here.
Awesome.
Yep.
So you're originally from here?
No. Heather grew up in Fort Anne.
Okay.
And I grew up in Connecticut, and we retired out of San Diego with
Okay.
our daughter, and that's why we ended up here.
Nice.
She wanted to be close with her family. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What do you got, Dave?
I was just listening. It was great. I was kind of mesmerized there.
Yeah, it was a good story.
Yeah, but you actually got my question. I was wondering why they picked Fort Edward. It's not. It's kind of out of the way, and I just wondered.
Yeah.
Have you seen their setup back there?
No, not yet. We missed it. We were kind of running late.
Yeah.
So
We'll check it out before we leave. But it looks.
We blew it.
I peeked back there real quick. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah, Fort Edward was one of those things. So we looked at a number of different places. Because we live in Queensbury, and we looked in Queensbury. It was a little too expensive to get into that area. We looked at Hudson Falls, and just some things fell through, and we decided to drive down from Hudson Falls on Route 4, and we came through Fort Edward, and I was like, man, there's for rent, for sale signs everywhere. What's going on here? So that's how it started. I just went to the village, and I started talking with them.
Mm-hmm.
They were overly receptive,
Yeah.
and very eager to help, and it just made sense at
Awesome.
that point. Yeah, because we did this on our own. We didn't have backers or $1 million just sitting in our bank account to start this thing. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Especially with a lot of history. That's what we're talking about on the drive up here. Obviously, we drove past the Saratoga. You could see the Saratoga Battlegrounds off to the side,
Yeah.
and there's always stuff here on the side of the road. And
Yep.
and having the military background that you have and the military background that this town has is seems like a pretty good. You got a Minuteman right over there.
yeah, I saw that. I see the "Don't Tread on Me," the Gadsden flag
Yep.
up there too.
Yep. There's
So,
a lot of history here. This
Yeah.
was the center of the 1860s. This is it right here.
Yeah.
It wasn't Glens Falls. It wasn't Saratoga. It was Fort Edward.
Yeah.
So there's tons of traffic through here, which helps.
Like that big
there's
truck.
34,000 cars a day or something like
Oh
that.
my God.
So definitely the high amount of traffic does help.
I will say
two
that-
18-wheelers just cruised right
I
by.
know, right on cue.
Right on cue.
He's just it's a lot of traffic.
Yep.
And it's funny too because as we drove by, we had to quick to get double take. My actually GPS as bad as it was also said that you were the next block down. So I drove past and I was like, oh no, I can't find it.
Yep.
But then as soon as you turn around and you actually look and stop paying attention to the machine and you
Right.
look at your own eyes, it's right there.
Right there.
Easy to find.
Yep.
Beautiful sign out front.
Thanks.
All right, what do you say
We try beer.
we try a beer or two? I mean, I guess.
I've been trying this orange pineapple peach sour.
Be careful. I'll have to drive home.
You want to try?
Yes, I do.
It's actually, not that bad. I like Sublime.
I'm not usually a big sour guy, but
That's not bad, right?
I definitely like it. I like the
I'm not a peach fan, and it's not overly
the
strong
orange
peach.
and the peach and the pineapple go very well together.
Exactly.
You know, like, and,
It's a compliment.
and a little bit, you know, because the sour is meant to be a little sour, but they do a really good job of masking a little bit the sourness. It's almost like a Starburst.
Yeah.
In a beer.
Almost like,
Right?
Yeah, like it's not a Skittle, but yeah, Starburst I think is a good.
Yeah,
It's juicy.
Skittles are out now. I'm done with them.
Okay.
Skittles.
The green apple blew it for me. I'm done with them forever.
Hey, Chris, I
I
got a
mail
question.
them all back to them.
Bring back the lime.
Are these for
Exactly. Thank you.
Are these for coats or purses?
Either
Both?
or.
The drunken what do they call drunken octopus?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, it's like fight me.
Oh, stop it.
For both. Yep.
No, Dave and I had a conversation. Apparently, the hooks underneath the bar are for purses. I always use it for a coat.
Yeah, because you've got a long coat like that's below your waist. You're going to be putting your feet on it,
Yep.
It's got the
good.
drunken octopuses over there too.
Yep. That's for the girls for the purses. Yep.
which is a relatively new thing.
Is it really?
Oh yeah, it's not it wasn't a regular thing. You know, over the last like 10 years, that started happening
Yeah.
more often when people would redo a bar.
I can't tell you how many people that are impressed when they're like, "Oh, I don't know what to do with my coat." It's like, "Don't worry, I know where there's a secret hook right underneath your chair." And like, "Oh my God, how'd you know?"
Magic.
Yeah,
Magic.
and I always thought it was for a coat, not a purse.
All right, now we should. Now that's very good. I like that, and I'm generally like stay away from sours. That was
Yeah.
that was actually very mild
Yeah, yeah.
sour wise. Now we want to ask, because we normally do this, the list of beers. Let's say, what's your most popular beer? And I'm assuming it's one of the ones that you poured right here, so we can talk about it and taste it.
So, like I said, I think we've done over 155 different beers.
That's a
and
lot.
it's a lot of beers. But that's kind of our thing. Like every time you come in, there's something new on the menu.
But is there anything like that's a lot of beer? Like
Yeah.
a lot of places end up doing like flagship type, like you say.
So we don't necessarily do like 3 flagships. We have probably like 30 flagships.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And one of those is, I think Heather would agree with me, my wife, that Gator Bait is probably one of our most popular beers, which you don't have sitting in front of you.
Of course.
Because it takes a long time to make it.
Okay.
It takes a lot of like hard work to do it. Like I just got my raspberries in today, and I'll probably spend 6 hours pureeing those by myself.
Wow.
That's just how we do it.
That's awesome.
I'm a glutton for punishment. But yeah, so Gator Bait Sour. It's one of those that we started with, and I've probably made a dozen times.
That must be the one that my girlfriend's talking about. She's
Maybe.
like, they got a berry sour that I want to try.
We've done a triple berry too,
Okay.
which was blackberry, raspberry, strawberry, I believe, triple canopy, and that one went like super fast also. But when Gator Bait goes on, it's off. It's gone in like 2 days.
Wow.
So, yeah.
You got to jack the price up on that one.
Well, I mean,
Put it in crystal.
$7.50, I think, for a 13 ounce. It's kind of a normal. That's a good price.
That's actually that's pretty. What's the word I'm looking for? That's average, I would say. Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you. So you guys are thinking for me. I appreciate it. Maybe you guys should be in this seat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's probably one of our most coveted beers that people really come out for only for that beer.
Awesome.
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to try this. What's I can't read it, and if I turn my head, I'm going to rip this
That's
thing out of
going
the
to
thing.
be Mocha Bomb Stout, and that's one again we probably made a half dozen times. I would consider it our core 30, 40 beers.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, I noticed that everybody in this room noticed. I already snagged a sip of the Black IPA because I.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I found
You
that.
couldn't wait.
Yeah, I found that to be. Well, there's a brewery that we always tend to talk about. We'll follow that
Yep.
makes a Black IPA, the
Yep.
Midnight Dreary, that is delicious.
Yep.
And so I had to try yours. It's good. It's pretty good. It's
too.
a little bit more on the darker side as far as flavor goes.
Like
it's more of a-
roasty?
yeah, exactly. Then there's a lot of their beers, believe it or not, has that caramelly, roasted feel because they have pretty much
Yep.
like darker beers.
Yep.
So you jumped away from the Mocha Stout.
I'm going back to it.
Now,
I was
Mocha-
talking while you were sipping.
Yeah, okay. Mocha, is that a type of coffee?
There is coffee in it.
Okay, definitely. Now,
it's-
is Mocha different than coffee?
Yes.
Well,
Mocha?
Mocha's coffee
Mocha's
and
chocolate.
chocolate. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
So here's a quick little thing too that there is a type of coffee. I don't know if you could still get it. It came out of the port of Mocha.
Wait, that's the Black IPA?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
it comes out of the port of Mocha, and it's known as Mocha Java. It has no chocolate at all. It's just straight coffee, because it comes out of the port of Mocha. So there is a type of coffee known as Mocha that has nothing to do with chocolate.
That's the IPA.
Oh, did I miss
Yeah.
it?
That's definitely the stout.
Oh yeah,
So it comes out of Mocha.
the port of Mocha, which is, I think like
It's near like Turkey.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
That's all I got for geography today. So 'cause I got us lost already once.
Well, between Amanda and I, we got history. You got geography.
Yeah, right. Now I like that Mocha, and
Our
you
scientists.
taste the Mocha right on the front, but not so much on the back. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You just get it initially,
Yeah,
and then,
exactly.
and then afterwards it's kind of like a more like the stoutness.
What is the alcohol content of that? Because it's a little
6.
warm. 6.
That's
Yeah.
high for a stout.
Yeah, for a stout, exactly. I felt a little warmth after, which was nice. It's a nice,
That's it, everybody. You guys want a high alcohol stout? Get out here and get it.
it's good. It's not. It doesn't have that over alcohol taste. It's just got that warm.
That's
finish.
actually like a low ABV for us.
Yeah.
Like the 5 and 6 range, we don't really hit that very often. We
Yeah.
normally like, yeah, give people a little money's worth. you know?
Exactly.
Right? Absolutely.
So, how have you made out during this time of COVID?
Very well.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're doing okay. I don't want to
Jinx it or
I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, we've done very well.
any tips or anything you think you've done that was a little bit different than?
I think kind of harrows back to like a mindset, right? You can't lock yourself into believing that one way is the right way when it comes to situations like we're in. I think the ability to remain flexible is probably what kept us afloat. We were changing things on the fly and never really locking any certain thing down.
Yeah.
I was always taught that, when one door closes, look for 3 more that might open up
Awesome.
for you.
Yeah, true.
And so I kind of apply that to obviously what we're dealing with now, but yeah, even before.
Yeah.
Yeah, even finding financing, it was like everybody told me no, and I wouldn't take no for an answer. So I just kept, trying to open doors.
Persevere. Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably also has to do with, I think, a business owner's mentality, but also especially something that's built into you through the military.
Yeah, I think probably a little bit carried over, absolutely. But I think to be a business owner, it's a certain person.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that own businesses.
Yeah.
But making it work and not trying to pay yourself too much in the first couple of years. Putting that money back in the business to grow it. I think that's where people, not necessarily always go wrong, but.
Yeah.
You're like, I own a business, I work 80 hours a week this week, and then next week I'm not working at all. And,
Yeah.
I'm going to take a $5,000 a month, pay raise.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
I would rather work for myself and make nothing,
Yeah.
And put money back in the business than, it's kind of a crazy way of thought, but.
No, I mean, I don't own a business, but I have the podcast, and
Yeah.
those coasters weren't free. The equipment wasn't free. I'm not really getting paid anything to do this. I just do it for the love of it.
Right.
And luckily, I have
We're not
Dave
getting paid?
No.
Wait a minute.
Well, the beer.
All right.
And luckily, Dave still puts up with it and the
I get
crazy.
to just go for a ride.
Yeah, along the river.
Right. That was awesome.
Anyway.
But now, getting back to it, like you say, I know you mentioned that your most popular beer was probably a stout, or in the
Sours, yeah.
sours.
Yep.
All right, now we've tried the stout here. Like I said, I like it because it's not too much mocha. Like a lot,
Yeah.
you'll drink a lot
Yeah.
of like mocha stouts, and it'll be like that's all you taste.
Yeah.
It's like
They
drinking
put coffee in the name
Just
of it.
drinking a heavy coffee,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean? This one's more a stout, and then with a little bit of that, in it. Now, okay, so that's your popular. Let's say, what do you have coming out soon? And if it's going to be the berry one, that's fine. But
Right.
maybe mention something that just came out. That way, people
So-
aren't waiting on it.
Yeah,
I guess you would say.
I mean, I wish everybody could still drink it, but we came out with an imperial stout called Gimme Samoa,
Oh, wow.
and it was
Coconut?
caramel, and chocolate,
Look at that.
and it was 9.2, and it was gone. We only did in-house consumption of it because
You wouldn't even sell it out, huh?
we wouldn't even sell it
Oh.
in cans.
Yeah.
It was gone after just a few days. So that one's gone, but we have another one coming on. It's peanut butter and fluff, and it's basically the same base as that other beer, just mixing things up a bit.
Awesome.
People are really receptive.
How do you
to
get a peanut butter flavor in there?
magic fingers? I don't know.
Yeah, they're using like a certain malt that has that peanut butter.
No,
flavor?
it's not malt. We use a product that I think probably brewers across the nation use the same thing, but we also do other things to tweak to get more of that like candy like peanut butter flavor out.
Oh, wow.
Not like the very roasty peanut butter
Yeah.
flavor. So it's more
Like the Reese's of peanut butter, not the Jif.
exactly right.
see that.
So we do
I
something.
prefer Peter Pan, thank you.
Yeah, we just it's our process. It's just what we do, and it's people are receptive to it. They love it, and we're sticking with it. So that's one of the new ones that's coming out that we've never made
see?
before.
What's the newest one that we have up here?
The sour IPA.
I'm going to try that one.
Yeah, and that was a request from a customer, and they basically begged us to do one.
Oh, wow.
And I hadn't even thought about doing one, and we did it. And I was like, well, I'll probably do that one again.
That's interesting.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Interesting. Stop it.
It's interesting. It's not what you expect.
It's not.
No, it isn't.
It's interesting. It's not so sour.
You should expect it, though, because
Yeah.
you definitely notice the sour
Yeah.
and then the hoppiness afterwards. So you're getting the IPA-ness after the initial
fun.
sour bite.
I feel so bad for you ladies.
You guys want to try it?
No, well, she may be able to. Amanda here is actually expecting, so she can't wait to drink. I'm sorry, I'm not
Yes.
supposed to say anything?
Oh, great.
no,
You just
we've
blew it. Thank
announced.
you.
We've announced. I'm
Don't
in
worry
the
about
second trimester. So
Don't worry.
I've
There's
been-
like 6 people listening to
Well,
this.
I don't know if it was.
So it's not going to get out.
I've been sampling a lot of water.
There
I
you
can
go.
tell you all about water profiles.
How is the water profile here? At this
The
moment?
water here is excellent. You
Right.
can tell, it's excellent. So the beer, that's part of the beer being so great, right, Chris?
The water is
So what's a little bit?
really good.
What's a little bit of your history and marketing and?
Oh, sure. So I've been with the Lake George Regional Chamber of Commerce and Convention and Visitors Bureau almost 5 years now in May. So I work on everything from the website to the email marketing, the social media, media relations, anything that has to do with communications and getting the word out there about how great our members are, like Slickfin here. And just interacting with tourists, too.
Yep.
Our chamber's tourism base, so we get thousands of tourists coming into our office, asking questions. We operate the visitor center in Lake George. We operate the Taste New York Adirondacks Welcome Center on I-87,
Awesome.
too. So we have a lot of local products in there.
Like Slickfin beer?
Well, yeah.
So no alcoholic beverages in the vending area due to New York State regulations, but any other
Europe,
New York
that's normal.
State-made product.
It is. Japan specifically.
And
Also,
England and
Yeah.
And Kim, you've been with the chamber, is it 6 years now?
It'll be 6 years in August as the membership director, so my job is just recruitment and then keeping everybody happy and seeing how we can help small businesses to prosper, and we've been successful. We love it. The
Awesome.
Lake George Chamber's been there, I think, 64, 65 this year?
It's 1952.
Yeah, I'm not doing the math, so there you go.
All
Long time.
So you're not our math.
No, I'm not.
expert.
No, I'm not.
Me neither.
Well, it was funny. Because I was kind of like figuring out, like, obviously he does all the chemistry stuff, so he's our scientist. We do the history. He does the geography.
You think I'd be history because my father was a history teacher in
wow.
Hadley, Luzerne, and now my daughter
Oh,
is.
wow.
It skipped a generation,
Yeah.
but I got the talking gene.
That's yeah. Well, that's awesome. That obviously you said your dad was over in Luzerne, so your family's been around for long.
Yeah, my father is originally from Whitehall,
Yeah.
and he came into Hadley, Luzerne in 1957, 6 or 7 to teach in Hadley, Luzerne. He was there 38 years.
Mm-hmm.
I went to school there. I met my husband there. My husband was active duty Air Force for 25
wow.
years, so we retired home. And so my kids grew up here, and now my daughter's teaching at Hadley, Luzerne.
That's awesome. So, do you guys like to visit? Obviously, you have the Adirondack Craft Beverage Trail, but I mean, as far as the breweries, what's a little bit of the history that's been going on in our area?
Oh shoot, we've been up and coming craft beverage since before it was fashionable.
Yeah, with
We've
Adirondack.
had
Adirondack Brewing
yeah, Adirondack Pub and Brewery, correct. And Adirondack Winery, with the Wine and Food Festival, with the party Sasha and Mike, and like I said, we're changing the trail a little bit. We started out, the Lake George Chamber took the program over from Adirondack Regional Chamber. They're more of a business-to-business based, and we're more tourism, so it made sense for us to have it. And originally there were breweries and beverage producers that were as far south as, Scatticoke.
Yeah.
Down that way. And there's the Capital District Craft Beverage Trail, which we didn't want to step on any toes there. So we've kind of moved north. So this year with the revitalization of the program, we've gone to as far north as Westport.
Yep.
And Lake Placid and North Hudson, and then, down to Fort Edward, Argyle, Greenwich.
Nice.
So, yeah, and as Amanda alluded to, we have not only craft beer, but, distilleries are becoming a thing now. They're popping up everywhere.
Yeah, that's true, too. Yeah.
And seltzer and wineries, and then Slyborough over at, Hicks Orchard with their cider, too. So,
what's maybe your your last three breweries that signed on?
My three newest?
Yeah.
Let's see. The one in Westport is called Ledge Hill Brewing Company.
Okay.
And then we picked up Mean Max, who was not on the trail before, but is now. And
where are they located?
Mean Max is on Glen Street in Glens Falls,
Oh, wow, yeah.
right on Glen Street by the Wood Theater. And we've picked up, the one that it's been with us a while, but one of our favorites is Cooper's Cave, because they also do soda. And we get a lot of, families coming in that are looking for the craft beverage soda for their kids, too. So they have a tasting room for their ale and also for their soda.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Total side subject. Did you ever jump off the bridge?
The bridge in Hadley,
Yeah,
Luzerne.
of course. You know what I'm talking about.
Dad, no.
Wait, is he one of the 6 that's listening? I don't think you have to worry.
He probably is. He's 92, and he might be listening because he loves beer.
All right.
Hi, Dad.
Another side question. Is the Painted Pony still open?
It is. You're talking about the rodeo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
well, because there's Painted Pony, that's a long story. The Painted Pony Farm, as it were, is now divided. There's Painted Pony horseback riding, and then there's the Painted Pony Championship Rodeo.
The rodeo is what I
Yes,
went to.
They're the longest running family-owned rodeo in the United States.
I've been to that rodeo. Let me tell you, a lot of people probably have never been, but it's really fun to watch.
It is great, and they're
really
actually they had they fell under had to stay closed all year last year because of COVID. That's their family's whole income, so they pivoted, and their owner Shanna and Sean Morin are who own it. Shanna opened up the Cowgirl Cafe, which has now changed its name to Painted Pony Restaurant or Market, or I can't remember. Sorry, Shanna. And so, but now this year they're able to open this summer, but only at 10% occupancy. So they've added Thursday night. So now they'll be open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for rodeo this year.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Surprised only 10%.
I know, for
Yeah,
outdoor
exactly.
arenas, currently they're at 10%.
I thought it was like 30%.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Inside.
Oh,
But they're
outside?
they're an outside. I know, isn't it crazy?
That makes no sense.
Okay,
It's
let's
okay.
not
Well,
try
you
to
probably
figure out
don't-
the sense.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
We'll be here
yeah.
for a long time.
That's
Yeah.
right. We're not going to go there. But yeah, so I'm sure that's going to change as we, as more people are vaccinated, things will change.
Yeah.
But we're just excited that they're able to come back and open up, and it's a big place for. Yeah, it's been around a long time. I went
know.
to the rodeo, and when I was
My father went there.
too young to be
my
at
father,
the rodeo.
my father told me, like, when he was younger, there was a whole strip right there. The rustic,
the hitching post, the
hitching
rustic.
post, the
Yep.
rustic. I want to say maybe the wagon wheel. It might have been one of
wagon
them.
wheel.
He said,
Totem.
right. He said that was a huge strip.
Yeah.
To, I guess you would say the same thing we're doing here. Hit basically bars.
Yeah.
But that was a big.
Yeah, big bands like
big deal.
Tommy Dorsey and all those big bands used to come to the hitching post and play.
Yeah,
back
my
in the
dad
day.
said it was in his youth. That was
And where was he from?
my father's from Rotterdam.
Rotterdam. See?
but,
So they came up here too. then?
Yes, it's close to the Lake George area.
Yep.
My one of his best friends had a place in Lake George, like right off by the Garrison. As a matter of fact, I'm
Yep.
sure you know where the Garrison is, on Bloody Pond Road.
They remember with us. We love them.
Yep, yep. So Bloody Pond Road. So they used to, I think, stay up there, and then they would make the loop.
Yep.
Go up through Hadley, Luzerne, and hit all the places
And the
through
bridge,
there.
apparently.
Well,
Got it.
I don't think I actually never asked if he jumped the bridge. He asked me. I said, "No way."
Most
I
narrow
go,
point of the Hudson River.
Yes, I know. It's looking down. It's vexing. That's
It
not
is
sure I would-
vexing.
It's a long way. It's
And
a long
the
way
scary
down.
part of it is that what a lot of people don't know, and the people that jump off the bridge for excitement, is when they built the new bridge, the concrete bridge, there was a steel bridge, and that's what's down there. It's still down there.
Yeah.
So when people jump off, a lot of times they're entangled in it, and that's how deaths occur.
Yeah, it's dangerous. So
all you
don't,
kids
if
stay
anybody's
away from that
listening,
bridge.
don't do it. All right, because it's
Right.
dangerous.
You're much safer at a craft brewery.
Correct.
Yes.
Or in a lake.
Yeah.
Or you can do the rapids or whatever it is. You can take the tube down. That's a lot of fun. I've
Yep,
done that.
we do a lot of that.
That was a
too.
lot of fun
Yeah.
as a kid. Did you ever do that?
Yeah. Well, not here, but I've
Up
done
in
it.
Headley.
Yeah,
No.
that's a
All
good
right.
one.
Yep.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Sacandaga and the
Oh yeah.
Hudson River meet.
Yep, where they meet right there.
Yeah, I've gone whitewater rafting as a kid in like the Colorado, out in like Colorado.
That's real. That's the real deal
Yeah.
out there.
I've done the Hudson River. What is it? And up at what's it? Adirondack Adventure. The buses.
Oh yeah, up like past
Yes.
Warrensburg.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've done that. That's a good time. I can't wait to that. We can do that again. Just get we have a little cooler, have some beer, cigar.
Yep.
I
It won't
enjoy
get
it.
wet.
It does. Well,
Of course it gets wet.
yeah. Not if you go. It's nice and slow.
I like the lazy river part.
Yeah,
That's the
exactly.
best part.
That's the trooping
Yeah.
part.
All right, now I guess we can do. What is your favorite?
Your heart and
beer?
soul. What's the beer you're
What's-
most proud
What's
of?
the one where you said we nailed it, or I
think it's one of those things where, like, man, it's something that's really hard to make, and it can screw up easily. Maize for Days, Mexican lager.
Oh wow, lagers. Yeah, lagers are real tough.
Yeah, it's tough. So you gotta get the water right.
They're I get, as I understand it, they're the toughest.
Them and pilsners.
They are.
Lagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say Rich told us.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
he's like, you let it all hang out with
Yeah.
that. He's
You
like,
let
there's
it
no
all hang
hiding.
out.
There's
No.
no hiding anything in that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Maize for Days. We also do a dark version of that, like called Dark Maize Behind.
What makes it a Mexican lager?
The yeast.
Maize.
Really?
The yeast and the grain bill.
Okay.
So is it, the grain's maize?
There is flaked corn in it. Yeah. Yep.
Wow. Maize for Days. I like
Yeah,
that.
see?
Do you happen to have it?
I don't. I know. Hey.
Who's
It's
the brewery
okay.
that just does lagers? Is it
I have
Jack
no
Abbey?
idea. I have no idea. I really don't know.
You know, if you log on to adkcraftbev.com and click on Slickfin, you'll know when they have it here, and you can rush up here.
There you go.
Rush, yeah. We're taking
Edward,
it
not
out.
Argyle.
We'll rush up along the river.
Yeah, I wanted to give them a plug for their social media. It is awesome. Follow them because you'll find out every week what they have on tap, and
Awesome.
it goes fast.
Yeah. just-
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, we try to put it over like a spectrum of different websites, or
Yeah.
not websites, but different platforms. And
Yeah.
so, Facebook, Instagram, and then slickfinbrewing.com.
Yep.
Getting back to that, the Mexican lager.
Yeah.
Are we talking like a Dos Equis style? Like I know when what's the special lager they do is like the green bottle.
The special.
It's a little different.
I'm,
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I'm not trying to say that you're making Dos Equis,
No,
but like
no,
I'm
it's-
wondering if it's similar to that.
It's got like a really great, clean profile to it. It's very clean. We put like a lime on the glass when you order it. It's just very easy to drink. Comes in like 5.4, 5.5%. And it tends to go pretty fast. And like I said, I have people that just come in for that beer.
Yeah.
So we don't brew it all year round. It takes up too much tank residency, and our place is pretty tiny, as you guys can see through there.
Yeah, what size tanks are those?
1 barrel.
Okay,
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it's tiny.
Everything goes
Yeah.
pretty quick.
everything
So
goes quick.
all batches are
Yeah. Quick turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fast,
quick
fast,
turnaround.
Yep.
Um,
But we like it, and everybody really likes that. They come in, and it's something new up there every time. They
Do you
come
ever actually get the people that are always whining about like, oh, you always don't always have this?
No.
It's my favorite. That's good.
No.
That's good because
in. No, they get it. People get it.
that's cool.
get what you
That's
get,
cool.
and you're gonna like it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Spalding.
Yeah.
And it's fresh
nothing like
too.
it.
That's
Yeah,
one of
true.
the great things about craft beer is that it's actually fresh.
I was gonna ask that, like, because there's a really good Mexican restaurant in what is it?
Schuylerville?
Schuylerville, Amigo Canteen or something like that.
I don't know. Never
Yeah,
been.
I was
Right
thinking.
on their main
Oh, it's right on the
thoroughfare.
corner there. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd imagine if you've never eaten there, you gotta eat there. It's good. It's good. I heard there's a good steak restaurant that I haven't eaten there yet, though. But anyway, long story short is I think like obviously with a Mexican restaurant, I don't know if there's one here in Fort Edward. That'd be a good spot to have the Mexican beer with the.
We are going to have a food truck out front. It's
Awesome.
not us doing it. It's somebody that reached out to us about a year ago, and they asked us about the process.
Yeah.
Kind of walked them through it. I don't have the name on me, but it'll be on our social media. We'll have it, and they'll probably be out here hopefully once a week.
So do you have room for other food trucks to show
We do,
up?
yeah, there's room.
So if somebody wanted to, if they had a food truck and they wanted to reach out to you, how would they do it?
They would just, send us an email. I'll just tell you if they're listening right now, you can send an email, but you have to get a cert from the village. It's like $250 for the year,
Okay.
and it covers you for everything. So you can, pull your truck up here, and yeah, it's too easy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yep.
I was going to say that there's another place that makes a really good. Rare Form makes a really good Mexican lager. So it'd be fun to kind of check if you're into
compare.
Yeah,
Contrast and compare. Well, we
like
gotta
if you're
make sure
big
we
into
get this one.
Yeah, if you're big into, I know if you're big into theirs, you should definitely obviously come out here and try theirs too.
What's the IIP?
Oh yeah.
Double.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Double, yeah.
Okay.
It's double India.
So India Pale Ale? Is that how that works?
That's how it goes.
Imperial.
I just tasted it. It's
Imperial, yeah.
it's not as like harsh IPA as I expected with a double. It's very mellow.
I think it's 8.2 or 8.5.
I want to say that beer is deceiving.
Yeah, I think our quote up on the board when we have like an Untapped menu
Yeah.
board. It says walk carefully.
Yeah, it's deceiving. Like it doesn't.
That will sneak up on you.
It tastes like a very mild IPA rather than a double.
Right. So that's manual approach.
Yeah.
That's one of the ones that we kind of came back to. We brewed it when we first opened. I brewed it probably 2 other times.
Yeah.
And then I decided to do it again.
Awesome.
Yeah,
People really
it's
like
definitely very mellow for an IPA.
Yeah.
A double, especially, even for a regular IPA. Something I could, and I'm not a big IPA fan, which you know, but
Yeah.
it's amazing. I was expected to be harsh.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have that sting at all.
No, not at all.
A little bit of a warm finish. I just got to finish this.
Yeah, it's
sour
very,
over here.
very, very smooth for an IPA. Like usually, there's something of an IPA that gives
Right.
you like a
Stringency.
like a bitterness sometimes, or
Yeah.
that piney taste,
Right.
or any number of things that you get from IPAs from the different hops.
Right.
That one seems like you've mellowed it very much so.
Yeah. We've definitely
Where-
less is more, I think,
Yeah.
when you're making that beer.
Yeah, I mean, I can agree. Like, not being a huge IPA fan, I find that so many brewers are so into just jamming that.
They dump.
They just jamming all that
Yeah.
in there. I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not really. I don't think you're really helping the beer a lot.
Right.
Like a quality beer doesn't need to be so bitter or so hoppy that you can barely
Right.
handle it.
When does beer stop becoming beer?
Yeah, right. I mean, I understand the concept because IPAs are so hugely popular now.
Right.
But you know what? There is a market for it.
And people are trying to, it's one up. It's like one-upmanship, you know what I
Right.
mean? Who can come up with the hoppiest of the IPAs? Who
Yeah.
can come up with the cleverest name?
Yeah.
Right.
Who can come, what I mean? Yeah, half the time now
Who's
I
winning
gotta-
that battle?
I don't know.
KBCB?
Single cuts up there.
Single cut?
I got to give them credit. I can't even pronounce half the words on the can.
What is it? What about
KCBC, the Kings County Brewers Collective, or whatever it is.
Yeah. They always have
Yeah.
really cool artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they're known for their artwork.
Yep.
Not so much as the clever names.
Yeah.
It's single cut that really comes up with like the really,
I don't know.
it's
Sometimes
like
with KCBC,
6 words for a beer. I'm like, can you just call it like something easier, like
Right.
not like the cloudy sky with a chance of showers IPA. I mean, I got to remember that for my customers. They're like, what do you call it? I'm like, I don't even remember. I'm going to write it down and just give it to you.
It's the single cut. Just take.
Trust me, it's good.
Yeah, they actually I went there. They name all their stuff off after like lyrics.
Who does?
A single cut.
Yeah. I don't know about all of them, but definitely some.
Last
of
time
them.
I was there, it was all of them. Maybe they've come out with some that haven't
Yeah, I
been.
mean, I can't. It's so much. Like every other week, we got a new can in there, and I'm like, I can't even remember what it is. I couldn't remember last week's. I can't remember this week's.
Yeah, the single cut. Look at it on the board.
Right. Just read the board.
It's funny. Your board used to have like the soup of the day and that kind of stuff. Now it just has all the cans that you guys have.
Right, because the names are so complicated.
Yeah.
I can't remember
But
them.
now you got to move the board closer. It's all the way at the end of the bar. Now you have to see all the way down
Right,
there.
you need binoculars
Yeah.
if you're the other end of the bar. I know. Tell me about it.
Have you guys ever been at 20 North Broadway? If
Probably
you're
never
in
even
Schenectady, you
been
should
there. They
check
probably
it out.
never even heard of it.
No, never heard of it.
See?
All right, well,
It's good to know I can come someplace where I'm anonymous.
known,
Nobody
yeah.
has no idea what I do or who I am.
yeah, I like it.
Thank God.
Me too. I'm so famous.
Yeah.
We'll have to check it out now.
Yep. See, now the pressure's on.
Yeah.
Of course.
The best wings
blew
in the
it. Thanks.
Capital District.
Thanks, buddy.
Best burgers, actually. I think that your burgers, I don't understand how your wings, your burgers are way better than your wings, and your wings are fantastic.
I don't know. I can't explain it. See, I have nothing to do with that, fortunately.
Yeah, that's all Eric.
That's all Eric. I'm just out there to look good.
You do a good job at it. The guy doesn't ever want his photo taken.
Right. No photos, please.
Have you tried the Black IPA?
I did.
You
I
don't
did.
like-
And I don't even really notice any hoppiness in that.
Yeah, it's like a ale-ish stout, like a porter.
I got to say, out of a lot of IPAs I had, that's one of the most drinkable ones I've ever tasted.
That one.
I mean, for those of you who are looking to get crushed with
That's got like a hint of
crushed with
smokiness
hops,
to it.
you might not want it.
Yeah.
Is there anything smoked in it, or just
No,
just
no,
how it?
no smoked anything. Yeah, it's just
You
yeah.
taste that smokiness?
a little dark malt in there, certain nature.
I'm going to try a little more. Hold on.
Also, the Allison Chains kicked
It's
in.
definitely,
It
yeah,
did
I
kick in
noticed
loud,
that.
didn't it?
That's fine.
I like that a lot. Like, I wouldn't even realize that was an IPA.
Yeah.
If somebody just said, here, try this.
Yeah. Have you tried the Midnight Drury?
No?
That's a good one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think Pete and Eric drink that.
Yeah, it's good. I like it. That's one. Well, you have tried it because I did it with the meatloaf.
Oh, all right. When
That's
we
the
were
beer,
at, what's his name's house?
Kevin's, yeah.
Kevin's house.
Yeah, so what we like to do is we like to pair beer with different types of, like, we've done food. We've got a little mini series going, which we'll probably do like once a month of cigars, pairing cigars with beer.
That's
Yeah.
all you. That's all you.
You're gonna learn to enjoy it.
No. I'll
There we go.
be pairing food with beer all you want.
Yeah.
But cigars, no. That's not going to catch on.
No cigars for you?
Not really.
Oh, I love them.
Well, maybe I'll have Chris come out.
Right. You can have him and we take him down to see Omar,
Yeah, Omar, and we're also gotta go to Park and Lane.
the one in Clifton Park.
Yep.
Yeah, which we were supposed to be at already.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Wait a second. We were supposed to go to Omar first.
I
At
just
least
saw
I
him. He was in the other day.
Yeah.
He didn't say anything about it. I figured he was going to yell
He
at
probably
me.
never listened.
I don't know. I didn't ask him.
He didn't, because I didn't reach out to him to the day of. All right, so for people who haven't, we had a little bit of a. I was talking to the owner of the doghouse in Clifton Park, and great guy.
hot dogs.
Yeah, awesome food.
You
Ben
said
is-
great guy. I say great hot dogs.
Yeah. Forget Ben. The dogs are great. And the burgers are great. So they use King Hawaiian roll on everything.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like their hot dogs are made on the King Hawaiian
Nice.
rolls.
They
And they're
fry
all
the hot
gourmet.
dog. Oh my
Yeah.
god, the Miyagi dog. That's the best hot dog I've ever had.
Bro, you got days. Hey Terry.
Wait, I think I got an in
Yeah.
on the
That's true.
doghouse
Yeah, yeah.
at this point. I mean, I've had the
After
guy over
feeding
my
him-
house.
Yeah, you gave him wings. Heat seat.
Right, I
He
gave
had
him
some of
wings.
the best wings in the Capital District at the house where they're sold, or from the guy who owns the place. Anyway, Terry, when's the last day of Miyagi Dog?
Oh, it's at the end of the month. At
Yeah.
the end
We
of
got to
the
go.
month of
Let's
March.
stop on the way back.
We should.
Miyagi dogs.
They're good.
Yeah, it was, and oddly, it was like it was a hot dog with like teriyaki
Yaki.
and mayo.
And it had
And
tempura,
like a tempura
crumble.
and like a wasabi crispiness. Like the wasabi was like
Sounds good.
I don't even know how they did it, but it was like a crispy wasabi
Yeah,
along
it's
with
like
tempura chips over the top. Oh my god,
It was good.
Best hot dog I've ever had. And you'd think like mayo on a hot dog? Yes, mayo on a hot dog
And also teriyaki.
and teriyaki, but yes, mayo on a hot dog.
Yeah.
It was delicious.
It was.
And they fried the hot dog, and really the key, they buttered the roll.
Yeah.
Like if you want a good
Clarified butter.
yes, and
And
they,
then they throw
they
it-
clarified it, but
And then
you
they
know,
throw it on the...
on the grill, so
Yeah.
the bun is toasted with a little butter on it. It makes all the difference. You could eat a crappy, well, I'm not going to say the place, but some local place that sells gas. You can eat one of their crappy hot dogs
Wizard fingers.
with a buttered roll, and it will taste good.
Yeah. That's true.
They also sell the buttered rolls, right?
They do sell buttered rolls. It's them.
But, yeah. So, anyway, I was talking to the owner of that place, and I thought I was talking to the owner of the cigar shop because I didn't put the name in the phone proper. So I was like, hey, man, what do you think about doing this? And he's like, yeah. And I'd already had a conversation with the owner of the cigar shop. So I'm like, yeah, you we'll bring the beer. You get the cigars. You'll pair the cigars with our beers that we bring, and we'll talk about it, and blah, 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 and we'll put them together. So here I am. I'm having this conversation with Ben from the doghouse. I'm like, yeah, we're going to do this. Like, yeah, what's your plan? What do you want to do? I was like, well, you supply the cigars, and we'll do this, we'll do that. He's like, oh, okay.
He's
yeah.
got this kid running all over town for him, and it's not even the right person. I'm like, what did you just do?
That just tells how awesome Ben is.
It
by
is
the way.
that guy. Oh my god, he's like, well, he wants me to get some cigars and some beer. I guess
Yeah,
I'll
let's
do
do
it.
it. And he loved the idea because he smokes cigars. He's like,
Nice.
yes, I just,
Yep.
That was the bonus. If you didn't smoke cigars, you
That
probably
would've
would have
been
called you a
really
little scratch.
Yeah, you've been like, yeah, that's not happening. I'm like, oh man, Omar doesn't want to do this cigar.
How we smoked out in the garage, and my dad, everybody. I live with my parents.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. I'm a
You
loser.
don't live with your parents.
Anyway, my dad was
Their
out in the
houses are-
garage, and he's like, I found an ashtray out there on the bench. He goes, and there was like a barely half-smoked cigar sitting in there. He goes, was that yours? I go, actually, it was. He goes, you smoke cigars? I'm like, no. That's why most of it was still sitting in the ashtray.
What did you do with the Romeo Juliet?
Oh, I have no idea. Jen probably did something with it. It's still at the house. I wouldn't throw it away.
Ben left him a great cigar, and he's just like, yeah, maybe I'll smoke it.
I don't. Whatever. I'm sorry. I don't really.
No, it's
some
fine.
People are into that.
We got like a group of people that love cigars here.
Awesome.
Come in every week, and we do like a little
See,
trade.
I'm gonna have to come out here and do a show.
Yeah.
And
Can
do
you find it
without
without your little thing? Yeah. Okay.
It's better if I use it.
Right.
But yeah, we'll definitely come out here and do.
Sweet.
We'll do. Because I want it to be at least once a month kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if Dave.
I mean, I'll go for along for the ride if you got food and stuff.
Yeah,
But
you don't have to smoke. You drink
yeah.
It's too easy.
and eat.
Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, it's fun, right? Pairing. Have you kind of done that a little bit? Have you
A little
talked-
bit on my own.
Yeah.
I do. Like once in a while, I'll grab like something off the tap, and we keep a little humidor here. We're getting a bigger one.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna make one out of a big 107 mil ammo crate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we're building one of those, and so occasionally I'll grab like Black IPA.
If you ever get a chance, reach out to Danielle at Park and Lane. She's the manager over there, and she will break down the science to why cigars taste the way they do with different beers and stuff, and
Right.
which ones are good for this kind of beer.
Right.
And for sure, definitely hit them up.
I'm a Drew Estate guy.
Me too.
Yep. So anything Liga Privada for me.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. Yep.
Yeah. I like their. I like a lot of their naturals now. I used to, obviously, when I first started, it was kind of the Cubas
Acid,
and
yeah.
acid, yeah. But I've kind of grown into their Dill Souls. I still like those, but I kind of get into their Java and there's a lot of goods. They continue to impress me.
Yep.
And I also like Helix. I don't know if you ever had a Helix cigar. So
No.
those are pretty good.
No.
They're like the science geeks of the cigar world. So like a lot of people say, obviously, Cuban cigars are great. They're wonderful.
Nah.
Well, what happened is that Castro came in and turned it into a government-run plantation.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah, and then all the plantation owners took off and went to they went to the Dominican
Yeah.
Republic and South America, and they took their seed and they went to places that had similar soil and they started producing the same cigars. So a Cuban cigar, what was used to be a good cigar, is no longer a good cigar.
No, they're not.
And then Helix, what they did is they kind of took the science behind cigars
Yep.
and basically the best pH balance with the soil and all that stuff, and they put the science into it, and they started growing cigars, and their cigars are phenomenal.
Were they out of like Nicaragua or something?
No, they're here in the U.S. They're
really?
pretty much. I think they're pretty much grown in a lab, and so it's just perfect conditions for a cigar, and they're relatively inexpensive because it doesn't take a lot of cost to make them.
Yep. That's cool.
Yeah.
I wrote it down.
Yeah, definitely. I could be lying too. I mean, somebody might be out there like, "What is he talking about?" They sun grow them, and they're
Yeah.
from
And they're atrium,
yeah.
Yep.
So yeah.
So I have a question now. I haven't. So, in Cuba, do they grow the tobacco?
They still do.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't most tobacco grown in like Virginia and North Carolina?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they make cigars from Virginia and North Carolina?
I think it's just something that you didn't do.
It wasn't so back in the day. They just weren't up to par with Cubans. It wasn't.
Like-
they weren't as good.
They are now.
They are
I mean,
now. They're-
all our cigarettes come from Virginia and North
Yeah.
Carolina. I mean, I
Yeah.
figured.
yeah.
They-
I just figured it would make sense to make stogies from.
Yeah, and there's like Davidoff still uses Connecticut River
Wraps,
Valley wraps. There's only a few cigar manufacturers that use cigar or tobacco from
It's
Connecticut.
Connecticut, yeah.
It's very few and far between now.
So
But-
yeah, lighter tobacco, like a
Mhm.
lighter. I like. Actually, tell you the truth, Connecticut wrap is one of my favorites.
Yep.
How about you guys? How much you?
Cigars for you? I could go on and on for
Yeah,
days.
I
we
like
will.
the ones that blow the biggest bubbles.
Oh man.
All right, so I think. Unless there's other stuff, have you watched The Mandalorian yet?
No.
You know what? I have these random observations in our shows. Today I was driving, and there was this Honda, and on the left side of its back bumper, or back of his trunk, was a sticker that said, "Don't steal. The government hates competition." On the other side, it said, "Don't drink and drive. You might hit a bump and spill your drink." I was just thinking, like, is that guy not screaming to get pulled over?
Right.
And then on top of it, he had another
Yes.
bumper sticker.
Yes, he is.
I know. He had another bumper sticker that had really small writing. And since I've already read the other two, I've got to read the next one, but I got to get close enough to read it. So we're doing like 45 miles per hour down the road, and I'm tailgating the guy just so I can see what it says.
If you can read this, you're too damn close.
No,
Is that what it
that'd be
said?
funny.
Right.
That'd be funny. But no, basically it said that Jesus loves you, but I'm his favorite.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to go like with his other two.
Yeah, so I'm like, first of all, this guy is A, asking to be tailgated, and then B, is asking to get pulled over.
Right.
Yeah.
He drove.
Bold move, Cotton.
Yeah, I know. So that's my random observation of this podcast.
Was that a dodgeball? We got Pepper Brooks over here?
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball.
I think we should end it on that note. That was perfect.
I don't have the sound effects. They're not.
Yeah, I don't remember what you. I think it's this bottom right one.
Oh, it might be too loud. Oh, actually, it's turned down. But
Okay, but I'm done with it
it's
already.
obnoxiously loud if I do it normal.
Okay, well it's off. I'm not doing it again. That was it. That was my one shot at it.
Any parting words from the ladies of Lake George?
Thanks for having us. And
Yeah, no
letting us
problem. Thank you so much
talk
for being
about
on.
the new gamified digital fun that we're going to have on
I'm
the
super
Adirondack
excited.
Craft Beverage Trail.
Yeah, we got to do something. Obviously, it would be great to have you guys whenever we do something out in the North Country. Have you guys come out to every single one, and we'll talk about how that's going and what new updates you guys have. I really,
Yeah, we eventually got to go to the 80K brewery.
Oh yeah, we have to. And they follow us on social media, and they've sent us a couple messages for posts that we posted. So hopefully they like us.
I don't know. Every time I've tried to go there, it's been so packed.
You know who else I like? Bolton Landing.
Yeah,
Are
that's
they one of
up
yours?
place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We'll have you.
Oh, Bolton Landing Brewing Company. Yeah, they're one of ours.
Awesome.
They're
Yeah,
nice.
I like. Yeah, it's super hard to get into. I know that I went up there with Terry O'Donnell last summer, and it was just packed. Like there was just a line waiting, and eventually we got in. We went back up to Bolton Landing towards the end of the summer. He's got a camp up there by Trout Lake, and anyway, long story short is we were able to get back in, so the food is good too.
Is the Brass Ring still open? Wasn't the Brass Ring in Bolton Landing?
I don't know. You
Brass
got me
Ring
on
was a
that
bar.
one.
Terry O'Donnell, Brass Ring. Ever hear of it?
Brass Ring?
Yeah, of course.
Is it still open?
There was a fire at that restaurant last year, so probably.
All right. Okay.
Ooh,
Was that the one that burned last year?
Yeah.
Oh, that
That was big news.
bummer.
Way
That was a great bar.
Way to open up those old wounds.
Yeah, well, you're welcome, everyone.
Those fresh wounds.
That was a great bar. You could pull right in, pull in your boat, and then there was an entrance to downstairs.
Yeah.
You had to walk up the stairs and go in. But I always thought that was really cool. They had like the basement entrance.
Yeah. Where do you get your tap handles?
I made them.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, I made them.
Was it? It's
Are they working? Are they real?
No, they're all nerded. They're all saved.
That's too
Yeah.
bad.
the-
You probably want to use them occasionally.
Well, he's got a potato masher. Then he's got
Yep.
like a Mark 19. What are these
It's
called?
a 40 millimeter
M44?
HEDP.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, M203.
Or MT, is that what it is?
Yeah.
And then that's not the 50 gal. The 50
That's
gal
a
is 2 more
20
down.
mil. And then the blue one next to it was an old Vietnam submunition. I think it's like I can't remember, Mark 32 or a Mark 34.
Yeah.
It's like anti-lift, anti-move.
Oh wow.
That was a practice one that we saved.
Nice.
And then old pineapple grenade, 50 cal,
Yeah.
M67 frag grenade, 37 millimeter anti-aircraft gun from World War II.
Wow.
That I found when I was walking in the hills of Miramar.
Oh, you actually found it.
Found it, made sure it was safe. It's good to go.
Nice.
An RG42,
Which is that nice little.
the grenade. Yep. And then a 30 mil from a Warthog
Awesome.
at number 10.
Right there. The
Yep. Burp. Yep.
All right. Well, let's. I think we end it right there.
Yeah, that's perfect. I want
right,
to say
man.
thanks again. We're really sorry
Yeah.
about being late.
It's okay.
Chris, thank you so
Okay.
much.
It's okay.
I've had a great time. I
Appreciate
can't wait to
it.
come here again.
Love to talk about Hadley and Luzerne. Fun times as a kid.
It was nice meeting you all.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem.